Good morning, everybody. How's everyone doing out there today? Beautiful day here. It was another bright moon last night, and Melinda and I, we come out, I don't know, maybe about 4:30 this morning before daylight started showing up, and we spent a little time with these big, powerful binoculars I have, looking at the moon. That was something I enjoyed with my late brother. Uh, my brother once owned two really huge, beyond hobby telescopes, and he had a pretty significant investment in them. I'm going to tell you, thousands upon thousands of dollars, and it was cool, but it was a waste of money. Let me tell you, he took a huge hit when he sold them too. Uh, Me and him, we were different. Like I say, I was frugal, but at least I got to enjoy his lavish spending, and it caught up with him. But let's take a good point. uh, I used to enjoy my brother watching in those telescopes, though, nonetheless. And we would look out in the space, man. It had tracking systems on it, and you could have it hooked to the laptop, and it had a digital eyepiece, or it had a naked raw eyepiece. Man, we would look out deep in the space. Boy, that thing was amazing. We could see Andromeda and Orion's Nebula and all of this, man. You know, it was just amazing. And to look at the moon, you felt like you were on the moon. So these powerful binoculars that actually came from him, they were his. They're pretty strong themselves, though. I tell you, it's ones like a lot of law enforcement use to see way out far away. They're great big, and they're pretty powerful themselves, though. And we was having fun with that. And we did the same thing yesterday morning as well, real early. Well, today we're going to be doing some deforming from the walls that were just poured yesterday, and we're going to finish up some forming from some walls that we were prepping to pour today. And that cycle is going to continue on, and the house is just going to keep growing step by step. Melinda's been out gardening. She's gardening right now. Let's get this day started. We'll start over here with Miss Melinda. I see she's changing some things around again. Where are you going to move your orchid to?
There's something in the shade because the orchids can stay in the direction.
A little too hot right there for them.
Yeah. It's stressed.
You're going to keep your tree there?
Huh?
You're going to move your tree?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put something there.
How'd you like past 2 mornings us looking at the moon and those big powerful binoculars? Pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, at least you can see the.
With that full moon, you can really see, and that's not even a full moon.
I'm talking about what is that, the crater? What you call
All
it?
those craters, impact craters and all that. Yeah, she was pretty amazed how well she could see them, how well defined they were. If she could just see through one of those big telescopes, it is amazing. Well, boy, everything is looking wonderful. Look at these tomatoes. Look at these tomatoes she's got growing here. This is moringa that she seeded. These are all the ones from seed, right?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, these are all from seed. Malunga, moringa. So what do you have growing right here across the front, Mal?
It is a bok choy that I transplant, but because they have a bunch there.
Ah, I see you kind of got a little organized with it.
Yeah.
Man, more papaya growing. It is just so beautiful. I saw one of our viewers had commented that in the landscaping you were growing foodstuffs, and they thought that was pretty cool. Yep, it's just amazing how green. I see something. What's all that greenery right over here?
Cilantro.
Oh, you got some cilantro going now, huh?
Yeah.
Man, we've been loving that basil. Oh man, that is some good stuff.
Seems like we use we use more often the basil, right?
Yeah, we do. We like the basil for real. She's got more basil growing right here behind me too. Look at that. There's just stuff here growing everywhere. Man, look at this vine. Look right here too. You see that? Laying there, nesting. And there is a watermelon growing right here. You don't see that right there? Watermelon growing in here. So much growing, so beautiful.
There's so many okra. They're outside there. They're so big now.
Good morning. Good morning. So Joelle's in here already removing some of the cribbing off of here. And I see Mock's doing some work outside right here. Not sure what he's got going here right now. What you working on, Mock? Uh-huh. You're putting it on? The steel? Oh, we're gonna put an outlet on here, okay? So I need to mark that for you. Let's put another outlet because there's gonna be a piece of countertop here, and I have set for outlets in this corner here. So actually, if you want to come here real quick and mark it up, you can do that, and we can move on from there. So just see, you got a piece of steel right there. Just put it right along in here so you miss that piece of rebar, and that's your same, your 108. Yeah. Yeah, put it right along here. Make sure you. All right, and then hold on. Let's do another one here. This is in this utility room. Yep. So if you're gonna be preparing this wall also. So on this one, we're gonna do the same thing. I want to put one right in the middle. Go over here 2 feet. Yeah. And then same thing. Mark your 108 and put another one here. And straight. Oh, you know what? You want to get offside a little bit because we're gonna have bolts up through here, and your conduit will be in the way. We gotta offset it. Yeah. Yeah. You better offset it right over here instead. That's your 108 right there. Yeah, you better put it over to the side so we don't have our conduit right in our bolts. Just somewhere there, as long as it's offset away from these bolts. Now what I'm saying is, if you put a box and it's landing right where all your bolts that are holding your forms together, you got a piece of conduit coming out the top, it's going to be right in it, a mess, and hard to put your bolts in, and you could probably damage it. So just a little adjustment and offset it over a couple inches, and you're free of all of that. So it's going to be the same thing. Going to continue on forming down through here, getting everything prepared for another pour. And we've got another project out across here on the floor today. As you see, there's a gap in that wall because we need to make an attachment. That's why Joelle's removing some of that cribbing now, because it's actually in our way. And we're going to come out across here and build a short wall. This short wall that bar top is going to set on top of. So we got to set that up, drill into this existing slab right here, epoxy some rebar in, and prepare for an L-shaped pour here on this today. We're hoping once again that right after lunch this will be ready and we can pour all this next section as well. Yeah, it really helps. So here we are, back to these big slabs of wood, and I haven't made a decision on what I'm going to do with one of them, and that's, we're going to make a big rustic natural looking bar top in our kitchen. We're going to get it up there, plane it down, finish it, make it very beautiful, and I'll probably go to the city to a polymer place that I go to and get some real good hard clear epoxy like you use on boats and marine, and I'll spray it. I got a compressor here and spray guns. I can spray it or roll it. You can roll that epoxy and it'll lay out too, and make this thing absolutely gorgeous. So the reason we're pouring that short wall up there today is to support this is very heavy, and we need to be able to tie it in very good. So we're picking out right now which one of these two long ones that we're going to use. I think it might end up being the top one. They're wide on one end, they get smaller towards the other end. I think this top one, Miller, because it's got a flatter bottom on it too. Yeah. So we're gonna measure how long, and then that's how long we're gonna make that bar top.
Ugotron. O tamaron. Ugotron. Next one, next. Tawas.
I need a helper here. Joel, help me a second here. Hold this tube still. Now, you don't have to raise it up, just hold it still.
Yes.
Because I'm gonna push. So you might get close right here. Get close to where it's stiff. Oh. Let's see, this gotta go up. Yeah, and we gotta slide this behind up there. Okay. Push.
Kasunod.
Okay.
Kasunod ako dyan, kasunod. Ikaw dyan, kukontrahan ko dyan. Lupa ka dyan, kukontrahan ko. Diyan, wala pa, sige lang.
Now, what I've got to do is we got to take this one.
Sige
We
lang,
got to slide it from the top behind that steel,
wala na kayo go ko ron, treta
so I
to.
can weld it on right there.
Wala na kayo go.
Then I'll have to change sizes and go to the. Did I just do that one right? Right. Yeah, come out. Now I still got to put an elbow.
Yeah, bud.
Yep.
T and elbow saya.
T and an elbow. Yeah. So I need to cut a short piece. Get that sack.
Break time ka no?
Yeah, I think it's break time like
Break time
that.
ka? Break time ka no? Hoy,
Oh, no break times today. You forgot? Shit.
break time ka no?
No break time today. Today.
Break time.
No bullshit.
Every month. Sa tra.
So-
Brother of Juan. Okay?
Okay, why he massaged you already? Crazy. When you do this PPR, if you get it really hot or you push this in too far, see like that one right there, and you go put that in here, you need to look inside there. If you push that too far, you'll block your hole, and you won't have any water pressure. This one's clear. I don't know if I can aim it right there to see, but it's clear, no blockage at all. It's good. That is a good setup right there. don't want to just keep pushing, because you'll just melt it and close the end together. You don't want to make that mistake. Now I'm going to put this 90 degree. Yeah, you want to look down in there and make sure you don't push and close that end together. So what happens, that melted stuff will just come together and just close up. Just pucker up. Let this cool off. This stuff can get out of angle. You might have to like hold it while it cools and let it harden in place so it's not kicked around at an angle. Alright, and then this one will be ready to weld on up there. I have to deal with that when they get back from break. So I can share the water outside. That's all that one needs. These tools you gotta be very careful with. They are super hot. Of course, they're melting here, doing a weld. And you want to hold that up where you want it until it cools off. You can't just let go of it instantly. Takes just a little bit longer to do PPR, but the quality of what you're getting is way beyond any PVC. You do want to give time for that to harden back up. It's really soft when you put the heat to it. So you need to be patient, not in a hurry. Now you can put more than one tip on here at a time. You see it's got different sets of holes, and that way you can have all three sizes on there and you can weld them and all. But I tell you, if you can try to work one size, especially you're needing to get up in these places, if it was the second one back, you'd have a pretty hard time reaching back in there. So a lot of times I'll just work one size, get that size all set up, turn this thing off, cool it off, and change and put my next size on the end. You don't always have to do that, but and you working up in these spots and you want down to that pointed end where you can get on in there, you're going to need to do that.